Hello, here we go, guys. It's Friday night and another crafting session with me, Linda, your friendly demonstrator. Hi, how is everyone tonight? I hope that you've all had a fantastic week. I can see we have lots of familiar faces here tonight. If we have anyone who's new, please introduce yourself. We love to have new people come on and craft with us, and also to know where you are. So I love seeing people from all over the world in our sessions. We have Rose here, Louise. Well, Rose is from Melbourne. Louise is from the UK. Who else do we have here tonight? Hey, Ellen, I'll see you tomorrow. That's exciting. Cherie's in Queensland. Monique, I think she said she had to go again, but Monique, I believe, is from the Netherlands. So she's likes to be here live, but quite often she's busy and has to. Usually she makes it to the second half, not the first half. And tonight she said hello and then said she had to go. So that's okay. How's everyone going? Has anyone had a great week? Oh, hi, Carol from Texas. Hello. Hello. Don't worry, girls who are more local than Texas and the UK and the Netherlands. Everyone's important. So even if you're just up the road, that's okay. Hey, Denise, well, you're just up the road, and Ellen's just up the road. Oh, Oregon. Hi, Gian. Is it Gian? Is that right? Did I say it? Oh, you wrote it out for me. I see that. Gian. That's nice. I haven't heard that before. Oh, hi, Becky. You're in Nebraska. Ooh, people are everywhere. I have never been to Nebraska. I have been to Oregon, though. And quite often we have Jean here from Oregon as well, but I haven't seen her yet tonight. Oh, Sylvia, you're in Wagga tonight. Well, it's nice that you could still log in and listen. I hope that you can stay, but I'll totally understand if you have to zip off and be with the family. So your niece is getting married. That's very exciting. It is a wonderful mix from around the world. I love that. Isn't that cool? All right. So I've had some things arrive just today, and I haven't even played with them yet. Some new things. Actually, most of what I've got is new, but not new to me because I was able to get it in pre-order last month. Yeah, Cherie's saying welcome to all the new folk. Absolutely. And I'm sorry for people that I missed. I'm very sorry about that. Oh, hey, Rhonda. Rhonda's in Florida. I wonder how many of the states out of 50 we have here tonight. In Australia, we have 7 states and territories. No, 7 states and territories. And quite often we have we quite often have most of them represented, so that's nice. And that means we cross over a few different time zones. And like Cindy and Jody, when they're with us, are from South Australia. Nicole, when she's with us, is in WA. So, hey, Glenda, nice to see you. All right. Okay, well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to switch over here. I'm going to bring my camera around. Let me just make sure it's actually in the right place. Get it set up properly. Sorry, I don't want you to have to see all the wires and bits and pieces, but I'll get my desk sorted. Here we go. See, it's a little bit crooked. So I need to move that over, and move this out of the way. And then we've got our screen. And then I need to turn my light on because it's not very bright. So let's see if I can do that. There we go. Look at that. Much brighter, much nicer. All right. So did anyone have anything big and exciting? Hey, Chris from Melbourne. Hi. Hey, Nari. Oh, no. 3 bites from a wasp. That's yucky. Was it at home? Were you at home when that happened? I haven't been bitten by a bee or a wasp in many years, and I don't need to try and repeat that performance anytime soon because it's not something you forget. It's pretty horrible. I hope that they were, all wasps. I think all wasps are nasty. I'm allergic to bees, not very badly. Like I'm not anaphylactic or anything, but I do swell up quite badly when I have a bee sting. So thankfully I haven't had one in many years. But I love bees. I love them. I think they're the cutest, most wonderful, miraculous creatures. Let me get this a little bit straighter. There we go. That's better. All right. You're scared? Oh, yeah. At home. Were they inside the house? I hope not. Goodness me. Thanks, Ellen. I will try not to jinx myself. No. So today I got another delivery of some things that we currently have that are new. Okay, so I don't know if you have not been paying attention, you might not have realized that we have some brand new products that have come out this month. We did have a flyer. This was actually all the things that we were able to pre-order. And it's a beautiful suite of products, really, really gorgeous, lovely colors. And I'm going to take you through them. There's a stamp set called Irresistible Blooms, okay, and matching die set. These days they have started calling the stamp set and the matching die set the same name. Hallelujah. How good is that? So now we're having to remember two different names. Now they're the same. I'm so happy. It's awesome. And then we have the Hello Irresistible 6x6 paper, which is what I've got here. Just beautiful. And you might have seen me playing with these over the last few weeks. I've been showing some of them off. There's these matching loose dots. I understand. I heard a rumor today, and someone in the US can tell me if it's true, that the loose dots are sold out over there. I don't know whether they're sold out and gone forever or if they're just currently not orderable. So I'm not quite sure what the story is, but that's what I heard today. Hey there, Jenny. Nice to see you. It is beautiful, Louise. Really is. Then there's also these other products that kind of are a little bit different. They're not. So this is all part of the suite. This is a suite collection which includes the dots, the papers, the dies, and those 4 items and the stamp set. Those 4 things. And you can buy it as a suite collection with one number. Or you can purchase any of these separately, or you can just buy the stamps and dies as a bundle. Okay, so there's a few ways that you can go about it. If you're buying either the stamps and dies or the whole collection, you will save 10% off the price of the individual items. So that's kind of cool. Then there's some other little bits and pieces here. There's the naturally gilded 12x12 paper, which you can see I've got right here. And I have opened this up and showed you before, but I'm going to show you again tonight. And then this is what arrived for me today that I didn't have before, the basic 3D embossing folders. So I just got them today. And as you can see, it's a big fat parcel because there are 3 different embossing folders in here. And I'm going to show them to you tonight because they're real. And I thought we'd do a little bit of talking about embossing folders tonight because sometimes people aren't real sure what sandwich to use when you run it through your cut and emboss machine. So I figured that might be a good thing to show because we do have a couple of specialty items that will actually help you get a better result. All right. And this naturally gilded paper is just beautiful. So when they released that we're going to have these online exclusives, I was pretty excited about that because the whole thinking behind this, it's the marketing department over at Stampin' Up have come up with this whole idea that every second month they want us to have something that we can go to our customers with and say, hey guys, there's new stuff. Now 3 months a year, we have a new catalog, and that would be the new stuff. So in January, we had a brand new catalog. This one here is the catalog that came out in January. Okay, you can see it's January to April. And then in May, the month after this finishes, we have a brand new annual catalog coming out. Okay, and then that's going to run for a whole year. And then I'm trying to think when it will be. I think it's about September. I should know this off by heart. Someone can confirm if I've got it wrong. Hey, Jan, nice to see you. That in September, I think it is, we're going to have, it's either August or September, that we're going to have the new mini catalog. So September, October, November, December. Yes, it will be September. Okay, because it's going to be 4 months, the same as the current one is 4 months. So those 3 catalog releases are going to happen every year. And that means that the in-between months where we don't have a new catalog, they're going to still bring us some new products that we can still go out to our customers and say, hey guys, check out the new stuff. And that's really cool. I know when I used to shop with, well, I still do sometimes shop with a particular clothing brand that is an online direct sales model, a bit like ours. And I used to go to their website at the beginning of every month to see what was new. You know, it's really cool when you know what the schedule is and you know that they're going to release new products at a particular time. So There's never any problem with running late, Deb. It's always lovely to have you with us. Don't ever say sorry. It's just fine. Jump in. Then how do I know that you haven't been sitting there the whole time just watching and listening and just didn't say hi? So, all right. So these products came out last month for us to actually start playing with them and getting ready to show them. But what I didn't realize was on the 1st of March, yes, the online exclusives dropped, but it's not just these things. It's actually quite a big selection of products, some of which I was not expecting. So it was very exciting going, oh my goodness, what is that? That's a brand new set I didn't even know about. So even though we did have some things that we could play with, there's some brand new things that no one has seen. So what you need to do, you need to go to the online store. If you're a demonstrator, go to the online store that you normally check into, or if you have a demonstrator, go to your demonstrator's online store. If you don't, I'm putting up my web address right now, lhiggins.blogspot.com. Okay, that is my web address. And when you go there, you can click the Shop Now button over on the right-hand side, and that will take you to my online store. And if you decide to purchase anything, you just need a credit card. You click on what you want, pop it in your trolley, and pay for it. And then it gets credited to me as your demonstrator if you use that link. Okay, that's how it works. So if you decide you just want to have a look, you can also follow that link and just look. You don't have to buy anything, okay? But what is cool is if you go to the online exclusives, there's a whole bunch of new stuff. Really, there's actually there's not 3 full pages. There's 2 pages and a bit. So it goes over onto the 3rd page. and so what's that? I don't even know how many things that is, but it's quite a lot. There's some logo wear there, like there's hoodies and there's drink cups with Stampin' Up logo on them. There's a beautiful set that I have ordered. I'm waiting for it to come called Elegant Borders Dies. Can't wait to show those to you because they're gorgeous. There's a set called Rhino Ready, which is a stamp set and matching punches, which has got like rhinoceroses and some cute words. And there's a lovely leaf punch that matches a tropical leaf set. So there's a whole bunch of things in there. There's also a couple of kits, a kit called the Colourful Kaleidoscope kit, which I can't wait to get. That'll be fun. So you can go through there, just browse through. There's even a beanie. I have one of those beanies. They're super cute. I think I'll have to take it with me when I go away. But really, really cute things. Now, if you go through all of it, okay, and you decide you just want to see what's in there, the last 2 items in the bunch are a little bit of a surprise and something that I'm a bit excited about. So I'm not going to tell you. You go and have a look and check them out, and you tell me what you think, because I think they're really fun. We haven't had them for a while, and I really missed them, and I'm really excited to see them back. So that's something for you to go check out. Okay, so this is the flyer, but it only has just the things that we were able to pre-order. So not everything is on there. The rest of it is in the online store. It won't be in a catalogue anywhere unless they decide to put any of those items into a catalogue down the track. If they do, then I guess we'll know about it when the new catalogue comes out. We'll get our first look at that at the end of this month. So that's very exciting. All right, so I've already opened up my packs of these things, but what I wanted to show you tonight especially is the embossing folders. Has anyone not used embossing folders? And don't be ashamed to say that you haven't. That's completely fine. You love them? The Rhino, I know the Rhino does have dies. It's very cool. Hi there, Colleen. Nice to see you. Hey, Cheryl. I don't know, but I can see you here, Jenny. That's fine. So that's good. I can chat to you. All right. So I'm going to open these up and we're going to have a little look. There are 3 completely different. Now, these are 3D embossing folders, which means you need to treat them a little bit differently to a standard embossing folder. So let's have a quick look. I'm going to grab my annual catalogue and show you what I mean by 3D and standard. Just for anyone who might not know, that you'll find them right up the back, just after all the dies. They're up here. Now, if it tells you if it is 3D or not, okay? So the letters 3D are in the title. So, for example, this is the Fern 3D. This is the Bricks and Mortar 3D. This one has a 3D. These ones do. And these ones have a little mini symbol to tell you that these are like a half-size folder that go through the mini cut and emboss machine. So if you've got the mini cut and emboss machine, you might want to use those ones. The gingham does not have the word 3D after it, and that's because it is not a 3D folder. Okay, so that is just a cool thing. The other thing that it's something to watch out for in the new catalog when the new one comes out is that they usually indicate if it is a new item that hasn't been in a previous catalog. So there's a little red N there. Can you see the little red N? So I know I love embossing folders too. And, you know, they make such a difference to your projects if you're using embossing folders. It just really, it steps them up to the next level, don't you think? So any of the ones that have got the words 3D in them means they are a 3D, more detailed, they give a deeper impression. Okay. All right. So there we go. You can see there all the different ones. That there are some that are 3D and some that are not. And some are new and some are not. Okay, so these ones that are in this new release are all 3D. They are all 3D. They're called the basic 3D embossing folders. I don't know. Calling them basic makes them seem maybe a little less special, whereas I think they're really cool. So you do need a different sandwich when you're using 3D embossing folders to when you're using a normal embossing folder. I'm going to bring my cut and emboss machine in. I've got it sitting right behind me here, and I'm going to zoom out a little bit so that you can see it a little better, which means you can also see more of my messy desk, but you know what? That's okay. We're all friends here, right? Okay. So I'm just going to open up my machine. Now, this is the workhorse, this big machine. If I'm doing a lot of cutting for a big class or something like that, this is the one I will usually defer to. If I want to go to, I want to run a class away from home, or if I want to go away for a retreat, or if I was doing something that required me to be away from home, I would take the mini instead of this one because it's much lighter, easier to pack, much more compact. So it just depends on what you need it for as to which one is the more useful. So you can see that my plates have been quite trashed. This is for a class I did recently. I was cutting lots and lots of black circles. Can you see that? For anyone who was watching, it was last month's craft along, and we had that big swirly black circle on the front. That's what did it. So my normal sandwich, okay, is my base platform, my adapter plate, my lower clear plate. Then I put my dies and my paper inside, and then I put my other clear plate on top. Okay, that's my normal sandwich. When you're using embossing folders, it's a little bit different. So for a 3D embossing folder, you're going to want to use plate number 4. Can you see that there, the 4? Okay, and what the plate number 4 does is actually is a little thicker, and it's going to take up that room between the embossing folder. And so we want to take some stuff out and add some stuff in. So what I want to do is get rid of the bottom clear plate and the lower adapter plate. All right, so I'm just going to have the platform alone all by itself. And then I'm going to grab a piece of paper, and I'm going to add one of my embossing folders here. I'm going to go straight onto the platform. I'm not going to worry about adapters, clear plates, anything. We're not going to use any clear plates for this. I'm going to put it down so that the hinge end goes through first. That was a tip that I was told some years ago by someone who told me that it's easier on your easier on your embossing folders if you put them through hinge end first. It just makes it a little bit more gentle for them. So I actually don't know if that's true, but that's what I was told, so that's what I've been doing for years. Hey, Rhonda. 31 watching, and there's a live chat. Yeah, I don't know what it is. That's very strange. All right, so I've got this this plate number 4 on top. So it's platform, then your embossing folder with your paper inside, straight on top of the platform, and your clear plate. That's it. No, sorry, not clear plate. Your embossing number 4. No clear plates. And then you'll feel it still grab and push through, okay? So it goes through fairly easily, but you don't need any clear plates when you're doing a 3D embossing folder. Has anyone ever had any problems with that? All right, I'm going to open this up. And here we go. And you can see it's made a beautiful impression. Can you see that? It's really nice. All right, that's one. I'm going to use them all and just show you quickly how they work. So this one, I've got some petal pink cardstock here. And I'm going to do this one here, which is like little flowers, like little daisies. Can you see that? Isn't it nice? And that's the next one. These are really nice. A pack of 3 of them, I think, is $53 from memory for the 3 embossing folders. Does that sound right? I think it is. So just the plate, just the grey platform number 4. And it actually says on the platform, it says this is not a cutting surface. Okay, so that tells you it's only for embossing. And then you can see the beautiful design this gives. Isn't it? It's very, very pretty. It's really nice. It's a nice impression. And then the last one is probably the one that I think is the most dramatic. This one does dots, okay? But they're really, really raised dots. All right, so let's have a look how this one is. I'm going to pop it on here. Hinge first. Grey embossing plate on top. And let's wind it through. They are really lovely, Glenda. You're right. It does look a bit like an old quilt pattern. You're right. I hadn't thought of that, but that would actually be quite nice, wouldn't it? Like a, oh, look at this. Can you see these, how detailed they are? Like they're really deep. And the back has them indented, which is actually nice as well. But I'm not sure. I like both sides. What do we think of that? Do we like it? All right. Okay, so I've got those 3 done. Let's just move this out of the way. I don't think I need it again, but if I do, it's not far away. So I've got some bits and pieces here from an open pack rather than opening the packet that just arrived. And I just wanted to quickly show you the paper. And we might do something. I chose this colour thinking it might tone in quite well with these. So the colours in here, for anyone who's wondering, are Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Lost Lagoon, Petal Pink, Pretty Peacock, and Soft Sea Foam. Now those colours should, let me get close again, sorry. Those colours should ring some bells. Some of them are current colours, but some of them aren't. Does anyone remember some of those other colours? So the ones that should have gone ding, ding, ding are Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock. Lost Lagoon was a colour, an in colour. I looked at it the other day because one of my lovely customers sent me a Brian King in the US had done like in colors through the years, and he had listed out all the in colors from each year. And I think from memory, Lost Lagoon was quite early, like about 2014, something like that. I should go back and have a look. Pretty Peacock is more recent. We lost that one in the last couple of years. And I thought we'd seen the end of it, but it's going to come back by the looks of things. So it does look like mink fabric too. Isn't that true? Didn't think of that. Flowers or starfish, says Colleen. I think flowers. I do think that. So you get a nice look at, and when it embosses, it does look like a quilted pattern. And I think you could probably have some fun with that and actually like do some inlaid embossing, which would be really nice. We might do that at some point. All right, so we've got beautiful images on here, and on the backs they've kind of got like watercolored like watercolor designs of the same things without the images. So it's really very pretty. And then these, as you might be able to see here, cut out with the dies. So our dies cut. I love it when we have dies that cut out designs from the DSP. I love that. Is anyone else a big fan of that as well? I'm just having a look to see if I can show that to you. Of course, it won't be where I want it to be straight away. Here we go. So these are the dies. They match the stamps, of course, but they also match, and here's some of the bits and pieces. They also match some of these images. So these these flowers, just got to find it. That one lines up right there. And then this one lines up. Is it there? Yes, right there. So you can see, you can cut these out. And you might have noticed, I've got a couple of cards here that I've done, either shown you on here previously, like I did that one a while ago, and see those are cut from this paper. And we have paper that's got the yellow flowers, and we've got paper like that one. Okay, and we've got paper that's got the pink flowers. You can see I added one of each on here. So really, really easy. This is also a die. That's this die here. Looks really pretty. And then this is some of that beautiful pretty peacock. I think we did this one online on one of the videos, didn't we? So I know I did it recently anyway. Love this card. This one turned out really nice, and I've added some of that organdy glitter ribbon, which I just love. And then we had this one that we did on one of our lives recently, and this one that I put up a couple of days ago, which I really liked. I like all the white on it, I think. And for this, I coloured the ribbon. This is the beautiful white seam binding ribbon. I never, ever, ever let myself run out of this. I always make sure I have some sort of white ribbon that I can colour with my blends, but this seam binding ribbon is perfect for that. I coloured it with some So Saffron blends, and then that is, I just attached it, and it perfectly matches up with this. And you might notice we've got leaves on here as well, and that's because these leaf dies also match. So you can see I've cut some of these out. This one lines up here, and this one lines up here. So you get lots and lots and lots of die cutting magic with this paper set and the matching dies, and that makes it really, really usable. You can use it with the stamp set, but it makes the paper even more useful by allowing you to die cut that as well. Some of the sheets don't have, like, there's no design on there that you would be able to die cut, but that's okay. You don't have to die cut everything. Then there's just really, really pretty, very, very pretty papers. Love them. I think this one is my favorite, this particular one. Although I love the pretty peacock, and I like this one too. This one. I saw somebody do a sea turtle with this the other day, and it does look like a bit of a underwater sea kind of a thing, don't you think? I'll banner down. Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry. I must really have wanted to tell you about that. Sorry. Oh dear. All right, let's go back and see what else I've missed. Because I've been so engaged in what I was showing you that I totally forgot. You like the middle embossing folder? Yeah, it's very, very nice. I know, they're really lovely. You can buy, or like I was saying earlier, if you happen to want to get all of them, the bits and pieces, you can buy them separately. But if you want to get the dots, the papers, the stamps, and the dies, you can buy them all together with one code for $130.25. It's right there. Can you see that? So that's how you would do that. The embossing folders are $53 for the 3 folders, and the naturally gilded 12 by 12 paper is $17.50, and you get 6 sheets, 2 of each color. Okay, so there is also, I skipped over it almost completely because I don't have it yet. There's also a classic letters alphabet stamp set. If you love, especially if you're a scrapbooker, if you love your alphabets, this is a really great set for that. Okay, so there are 59 stamps in there, So that could be something that some of you may find really, really useful. But go check out the online store. I don't need to put up the banner because it's been up way too long already. And I hope that by now you guys have got the idea of where you need to go for that. So let me put these back in. All right. So I'm deciding what I'm going to do with these. I have a feeling. I think I'd like to use this one because I think it's really, really pretty. And I'm going to bring in my trimmer. And I am going to cut this. And I'm going to cut it at 3 inches. So 7.5-ish, 7.6 centimeters square, which is 3 inches. Okay, so let's go with that. I'm going to get a piece of basic white thick cardstock, which is my favorite background cardstock for this kind of thing. And I'm going to fold that in half for our card base. So this is half a sheet of A4 cut in half and then folded in half to make the card base. And you do the same thing with the letter size cardstock if you're in North America. All right, so this is going to go right about here. And I'm just deciding, I really like these flowers. I think they're really, really pretty. All right, I'm just deciding what would look really nice behind that. I think maybe something not too dark. Huh. All right. I think I'll go to Flirty Flamingo. Let's see what that looks like. I'm just pulling out some scraps. How wide is that? Oh, yep, that's wide enough. It's good having a scrap drawer in reach of your desk because then you can just pull it in anytime and cut out what you need. Okay, I'm just going to take the ends off that because it's been in my scrap drawer a while and the ends are a little bit messed up. I'm going at 3 1/4 inches square, which is 8.2 or 8.3 thereabouts square. That's centimeters. All right, let's have a look and see how this will be. These are colors I probably wouldn't have thought to put together, but they look so nice in the paper that I actually think they work. Yeah, I just really like the way they look. All right, I'm deciding whether I want to add a bit of sponging around the edges, and I think I do. So I'm going to bring in a sponge dauber for that. And I'm just looking for a pink one because I want to pick a color that is close to now, sometimes my sponge daubers have been in there so long that the surface of the sponge daubers has started to perish. Can you see that? And that's over time, that will happen. So they won't last forever. Having said that, they do last a really long time. But that one's been there literally for years. So it's time for it to go. And I'm just going to pull a new one out of a bag. And I'm going to grab my Flirty Flamingo. I'm going to pop my sponge dauber into it. And I'm just going to zip around here. Sorry, Cookie's telling us what he thinks of this tonight, isn't he? Cookie, what's up, baby? When I talk to him, he'll go quiet. But as soon as I ignore him again, he'll start to make noise again. For anyone who doesn't know, Cookie is my cockatiel. He lives in the corner of my room, and we have him out sometimes during the day, but at night time he doesn't like to come out. He just complains because I'm messing up his sleep. All right, that's going to be fine. I'm going to glue that straight down. And I'm going to use Tombow. You can use whatever glue you like to use. Okay, let's get that centered. That's fine. Yep, that looks good. And this is going to end up, it's going to end up on here. I'm going to keep the darker pink out because we might use it for a sentiment, maybe. So this is the stamp set. And I'm deciding whether I actually want to use, I think I'll just use it for the words tonight. I'll keep that handy. And then let's have a look here. I'm deciding, do I use a bigger flower and do I go with a pink flower or something a little bit more on the yellow side? This one's kind of got some pink and some yellow to it. So the yellow might be good. This is more pink over here. Then this is like the petal pink, the light pink. And then over here we've got the darker pink. Do we want to go with all pink, just pink and white? Or do we want to pull in some yellow? I'm in two minds actually. Okay. I agree, Glenda. I think Stampin' Up have done really well with this stuff. And I think it is lovely having having all these extra things that we can show people, which is really fun. And it's more, you know, I don't get bored either. And I'm sure it's better for my customers to not get bored. Oh, no, because it's nighttime. So, you know, I could cover him up and he probably would go quiet. But we don't cover him that often. You think all pink, Glenda? Well, you're the first person to say so. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm thinking, will we go with the darker pink? I think we should. So I'm thinking maybe I'll use this one here. Let's give that a whirl, I should say, not a girl. All right, now these are 6x6, so you can get them easily through your cut and emboss machine, the big one, not the small one. You could cut them in half and they will fit through the small one. But right now I'm not doing that. I'm just going to move these all out of the way. And I'm going to get my machine. And then I'm going to remember where it was that I put the other plates when I got rid of them earlier. So let me just quickly look to see where I put them. Here's the grey one. Here's the clear one here. And where are the others? Here we go. It's looking promising. Here I have the adapter and the base plate. And then all I need now is my die. Here it is, hiding under my machine. And I'm going to go down here. And we're going to pop that through. Now, I don't know about you, but the reason I joined Stampin' Up, or one of the big reasons I joined Stampin' Up in the first place, was because of the whole coordination aspect. I loved that I didn't have to go looking to find things that matched each other, whether that was colors or shapes. There was dies. Well, there wasn't back then when I joined, but there was punches that matched. And that was before we had dies. But there was punches that matched stamp sets, and that was very exciting. I just think they've come such a long way in this nearly 17 years that I've been a demonstrator. Stampin' Up's been in Australia for 17 years on the 1st of April, so that's pretty exciting. I'm just deciding now. My next decision, the next big decision, is do we cut the leaves from the paper, which will give us green leaves? We've got a couple of choices, guys. So I can either use these two that I showed you before to cut the green leaves out of the paper, or I could use these guys and cut gold leaves, like shimmer gold, that will also look nice. So now it's deciding whether we want to use, so I could use these and you hopefully get an idea of how this is going to be. Right, so if I'm going to have a flower here in the middle, and I could use these would be very pretty, or I could go with the gold. Oh, I'm tempted to go with the green. I think green. Oh, Margaret, you said yellow. I'm sorry. You missed out. Sorry about that. Maybe next time we'll have whoever answers first. So that's just how I do it. But you certainly could have speedier fingers next time, maybe. All right, so I'm going to pull these up. And I don't want to go with the more yellowy ones. I want to stick with the green ones, or the greenish ones, I should say. So this one here, there's a little bit of a tinge of yellow to that. There is to this one too, but that's okay. I'm all right with the tiny bit. All right, let's see. Wind that through. So this is a pretty simple little card that I'm doing, but it does show off the embossing folders, and it also shows off the beautiful stamp, or the beautiful DSP and the dies. So that's kind of what I wanted to do. All right, let's take that off here. And see how we go. All right. So what I'm thinking of doing is having this kind of, I don't want it right in the middle. And I'm deciding how I'm going to arrange it. Whether I could go in the middle, I guess. And maybe just a little bit so it goes, the flowers go off the end. Do we need more leaves? Maybe we do. Maybe we need more. The other thing I thought about doing was adding like a vellum circle underneath. Not a big one because we don't want to cover up all the lovely embossing, but we could do that. I do think I need another leaf. Green from the DSP, good. That's what everyone's saying. Because that's what we've got. All right. I think I will do one more set of leaves. So let me quickly do that. Did everyone love their celebration items? Because that's finished now, of course. But I hope you all loved what you got. I know that lots of people told me they liked some of the different selections. So that the owls were really popular. But I hope you loved all the things you got. All right. So I'm thinking this third lot will look good. I think that's better. All right. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to pop some dimensionals on the back. And where's the top of the, okay, and I'm going to put them more at the top, all right, because I want to have the bottom open so I can slide my leaves in underneath. All right, so let's grab some glue dots. I've got an almost finished pack of glue dots here. I think I've still got a few left on it. I do. So one there. I'm not going to push them down too hard yet because I want to be able to move them maybe. Oh, that was the last one, I think. Was it the last one? Yeah, it's the last one. That's all right. Good thing I have multiple packs of glue dots. Let's try again. There we go. And then the last one here. And I just need to be able to move them into position if they're not quite right. So like I said, I haven't pushed it down very hard. Right, so I think I want that slightly higher. And I like the idea of them coming over the edge a little bit. we go. Now I'm going to push them down. Okay. And then this is going to go here. I'm going to use glue dots behind, sorry, dimensionals behind this as well. One in each corner. Take off the backs. Worry about where they end up later, which is usually, you know, tucked in my bra or something like that. Anybody else? Where do your dimensionals end up? Goodness me, all over our house. All right, so this is how this is looking. I'm liking it a lot. I'm going to get a bit of Winker Stella, and I'm going to put some Winker Stella in the middle because it's never a bad thing to have. Jodie's not with us tonight, so she can't tell me. I think she's away on another trip, isn't she? Does anyone know she's on a cruise? All right, so you can do the whole flower. I'm just going to do the middle. And the other thing I thought might be nice, let me just see if I have some close by, is I have some pearls, and I thought they might look good. Some pearls in the middle would be good, but I may have moved those when I was cleaning up earlier today. Well, you know how it is, you clean up and then you can't find anything, right? Because I was thinking a few little pearls in the middle would be nice. Or you could add some bling in the middle. Oh, you love celebration? Yeah, it was a lot of fun, wasn't it? Well, I got this order that came today that had the embossing folders in it. They I had the owls come in that one as well, which was an extra set for me. Now I'm thinking, what do I want? Do I want thank you? Do I want... There's some nice greetings in here. We have hello. I couldn't be happier to have you as my friend. Hooray, it's your day, which would be good for a birthday. I like you. I don't know when I would use that. I like you. I like it, but it's not something I would necessarily send to somebody. So, yeah. I don't know. And then thank you I use all the time. So, I'm deciding what I will do. Yep. Cheryl said all over the house and in her bra too. Yes, that's a good idea, taking them off with your Take Your Pick tool, unless you've got fingernails, and then it's pretty easy to do them with your fingernail. Yeah, you never lose them. That's true. That is true if you do that. Thank you, says Nairi. All right. Okay. So let's go with the thank you. Now, I could put this on a label. Here's my 2 cents about adding stamps directly to your cardstock or to your finished card. There is always that moment of panic where you think, oh my gosh, what if I mess it up? What if I double stamp it, add extra, or if worse, I stamp it crooked? And I really hate it when I stamp something crooked. A couple of tips I can give you. First of all, I'm going to go with my pink here. I test first on my grid paper, okay? So I line it up to where I think it's going to be straight, stamp it, and make sure it is actually straight. And actually, that's just fine. It's fine. So if I stamp this crooked, it won't be the stamp, it'll be me. So if I get this wrong, and I have to bring my head in because I have to get right over the top of it, so sorry about that. If I get this wrong, the other option is to stamp it on a label and put the label over the top. Okay, so that's another option. We got it right, guys. It's just fine. I love the words in this set. I think the words are absolutely beautiful. Very, very simple. Very, very, yeah, it's just nice, right? Well, seeing as I've got them here, I'm going to add some loose dots into the middle. I was going to add some little pearls because I thought that would be nice, but given that my pearls are not where I thought they were right at this particular moment, let me grab my Take Your Pick tool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the putty end tonight for this, and I'm going to grab my Tombow. This is just an easy way to apply them, right? So I'm going to add 1, 2, 3 little dots where I'm going to add my little gems. Can you see the dots? Can we see those? There you go. And then I'm going to use my Take Your Pick. And you can use the big ones or the small ones, but I think in this case, either the small, well, there's 3 sizes. There's baby ones, medium, and large. I would use either the medium or the small. I'm actually going to go with the small, and I'm going to pop them with my little thingy here, my little putty end. I'm going to pop them straight down on top of the little dots that I just put. So that's probably the easiest way to apply these. And probably an odd number is best. So either 3, or if you're feeling a little bit generous or ambitious, 5. 1's not enough in this case. Stay there. And it's kind of pretty. Can you see that? Should we add 2 more? Do you think we need 5? I don't mind just the 3, but let's do 5. Thank you. It's a very easy little card. But I wanted to show you how nice these embossing folders are, because they're really a bit special. And they're not in a catalogue. Now, will they ever be in a catalogue? I don't know. Can't answer that question. I guess that's something we're going to find out as we go along. But I can't say that they will never end up in a catalogue, but certainly I know some of the items I'm expecting them to sell out. And then others maybe to go on longer. I don't actually know. This is an all unknown kind of thing for us. All right, that's better. See the 5? There we go. And I'm going to call that finished. What do we think? Do we like it? Simple little card, but kind of fun. Oh, a friend would have been nice too, but I don't actually have a friend in this set, which is, I wanted to use this set because it's the match. But, and we love having things that match, right? The other thing that I really love about this set, my favorite stamp in here, is the speckle, or the dottage, as Cherie likes me to call it. I really, really like, and I've already used it quite a bit. I've used it on a couple of cards, and I used it on a scrapbook page the other day. So I used it on this one. I added the dots all around the front of this little card here. You can see that. I added it on this one. So yeah, I'm going to have a lot of fun with the dots. I just think they're beautiful. Really, really nice. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it. All right, let's pop these away, put the lid on, because my my chances of actually ending up exploding these all over the desk and all over the floor is high. So that's why the lid needs to go on, needs to stay on. All right. All right, we did it. We used an embossing folder. We used the beautiful DSP. I'll put these bits and pieces away. Oh, and then I've got to put back my, oh, don't know where I put it, but anyway, there's that big long skinny stamp die that's got the you know the one I mean, the one that does the lovely embossing. Somebody actually, I posted this on a demonstrator site. Oh, look, there's the pearls. But I posted this on a demonstrator site, and somebody asked me what embossing folder it is, because if you use the same coloured die on the same coloured background, it actually looks like it might be embossed. It's not. It's a die, but it does look like it could have been embossed, right? So it's, you can think of that as faux embossing. Stay on ink is okay on red rubber. Yeah, absolutely, Cheryl. Stays on ink is actually, let's be honest, it's okay on any stamps. It's the Stays On cleaner that is very heavy on your photopolymer stamps. So if you are going to use Stays On, because sometimes you might need to, okay, if you're going to add water, perhaps you're watercoloring an image or something like that, you might need to use Stays On for that. In that case, as soon as you're finished using the stamp, clean it immediately with the Stampin' Mist and scrub, okay? And it will, because those are gentle on your photopolymer stamps, and if you do it straight away, you should get it pretty clean, if not completely clean. So there we go. All right, so I'm going to call that one a finished card, and then I'm going to show you something else tonight. So give me a second. And I'm going to bring in something else that is new to me, and I have not played with it yet. I opened it yesterday just to see what was inside. It's a new kit. Well, not completely super new. We do have a new kit. The Kaleidoscope kit is new. We've actually got a couple of new kits at the moment, but this one is fairly new to me, and I'm trying to remember the name of it. What is the name of this kit? That would be really helpful if I told you what it's called. It might be actually written down here in the instructions. All right, so it's called the Love Treats kit. Okay, it makes all these cute little boxes, super cute, right? And it's got some really fun little things. It does have a little stamp set. Okay, really like these. Now, most of our kits, if you're going to buy any of our kits, you want to check them out because they're all a little bit different. Okay, some of them have blocks included, some of them don't. Usually the paper pumpkin ones don't. And if they've got a stamp set, they usually do have a block included. Can you see the block? It is not the same kind of block, though, as our regular blocks. So let me show you the difference. It's a bit thinner, and it's just a block that will do the job, but it's not quite as fancy as our normal blocks. All right, so this one, it's just like, it's brand new, as you can see, lovely and clean. It's thinner. Let me show you. It's the same size as block D, exactly the same size, all right? But can you see the difference? So this one has the bits in the middle to make it easier to hold. Okay, this is obviously this is a thicker block, a little bit better quality, but this one will still work just fine. You just might find this one a little easier to handle, the ones that you can purchase from us. But this one comes free in, well, not free, but it's included in your kit. So you of course will want to use that, and it does still say Stampin' Up on the side, so that's also good. All right, so in here there are 20. This makes 20 boxes, and they're really cute. They're already printed with a little design, okay? And I hope I can work out without looking at the instructions. I mean, if I have to look at the instructions, I will. But also in here, let's see what else is in here. We've got some stickers. Right, so these are like little stickers that you can pop onto something. I was thinking these would be nice on scrapbooking pages as well if you weren't going to add them to your little boxes. And we've got pale papaya, or is it petal pink? I'm not sure what color that is. I probably should. That's soft succulent. So this is super cute. And then these are little stickers as well that you can put on the, like when you close your box, you can put them over the closure. So that's really cute. And then there is here on the other side the instructions, and that's important, right? So the good thing about our kits is if you're fairly new to stamping and you're not sure where to start, this is a really great place. All right, so this can be a really great first step, and you don't need anything except if some of the kits have like a bit of twine, you might need scissors to cut that. But usually all the kits will come with any adhesive that you need. In this case, you have a little stamp set and you have a cute little ink pad. These are called Stampin' Spots, and they are super duper cute. They're exactly the same ink as what is in a full-size ink pad, but they're just a little mini baby one. So I've got lots of these I've saved from kits that I've bought over the years. So yeah. Cookie's very excited by this kit, says Megan. Yes, I think he is. So, all right, so this has got some cute little greetings in it. This one says, thank you for celebrating with us. Then this one says, be my Valentine. So it's more of a Valentine's love kit. And hugs and kisses, okay? But you can also use this, see that's triangle shaped stamp there. That's to put in this area of the box, okay? So let's see. The instructions inside show you how to assemble the box. Okay, it shows you that the pieces come up on the inside, and I'm sort of learning as I go. And then the next step is to put the two closures together. The last step is to put the outside flaps in. So it kind of gives you that information, and it also shows you where to add the stamps if you want to stamp them. So you wouldn't have to stamp them. These would be nice for like, is it bonbonniere where, you know, at a wedding or something like that with little, or, you know, some, you know, for a party or something like that. That'd be kind of cute. All right, move these out of the way. I'm going to move those out of the way, and let's see if we can assemble our box. Well, actually, before I assemble it, I'm going to do the stamping because why not, right? Now, the colours that they've used in their samples are all soft succulent. The ink in it is basic grey. So that's what they've stamped here. So they've done the stamping in basic grey, but you could choose other colours if you wanted to, and I would be tempted to use other colours. I mean, I think Evening Evergreen would look really nice with the soft succulent stuff, right? Shall we try that? Let's give that a whirl. So it's always fun to experiment and deviate away from the instructions a little bit. Usually if I'm teaching them, like doing a class, because sometimes I do kit classes, and when I do a kit class, sometimes I like to maybe have a couple of alternative ideas. So we start out by making it the way it says in the instructions, and then we deviate from the plan and come up with something else. So that's kind of helps you feel a little bit more creative. All right, so I've got my Evening Evergreen. This is very pretty. You could do some fun things with this. I'm just thinking for some regular stamping, you could also make a square. Look. So you could actually have a lot of fun with this little stamp. You could do all kinds of things with it. And so forth. Okay, so you can muck around with these, and you could add this to a card. It'd be very, very pretty. All right, so let's position this right here on this little triangular flap. And if it doesn't come out perfect, like it doesn't stamp perfectly, it doesn't matter really. I mean, you're going to be covering up some of this anyway. I'm thinking we might add ribbon to this as well. That would be nice on our box. All right. Did I manage to get a bit of ink on there already? I did. Oh, well. Oh, well. So I'm just looking to see other things that they've done. So they've also stamped on the so they've got the little stickers on some of them, and then they've got the big ones, and they've actually added, like, this one has like little leaves around it, and this one has little hugs and kisses, little X's and O's around it. So they're both kind of cute, aren't they? So we'll get to that in a second. So how this is meant to go, you fold over. I'm going to give my fingers a quick clean because obviously I'm putting smudges of Evening Evergreen all over the place. Found you. That's where it is. All right. I'm going to fold all these in because they're all going to end up going the same way. This is my practice one anyway. Like I said, there's 20 in the box, so we could practice more than once if we need to. I might need to. That's okay. All right, so this is going to go like this, and this. Now you'll see there's a little, like a little split there and a little split here, and those so that those two can go together and stand upright. Why does that not want to go on? Just all talk amongst yourselves while I get myself sorted out here. I just wasn't pushing hard enough, I think. That's better. And then this one does the same. And we just need to push it until it kind of, so I keep pushing it until it lines up. There you go. It's lined up. Can you see what I've done? Those two are kind of split and they stay together. And then these two, you could put Easter eggs in these, or little chockies, or whatever you would like. You know, those little tiny mini eggs. And then this is going to go over here. And this one goes, there's a little split here. And this one goes in there. Well, it does. It's supposed to. Come on, guys. Here we go. Like that. Right, so you could have that sitting like that. And then we're going to find our little, just say I could add this, but then it's going to cover up a lot of my beautiful heart. Maybe I don't want to do that. Let's use one of our little stickers just because, right? And then that just helps it stay completely closed. All right, super cute. Aren't they cute? I like it. And then I'm going to bring in a bit of soft succulent I could use evening evergreen, but I think the soft succulent is nice. So I'm not even gonna use the stamps, the sentiments, but they're very nice. And I'm just gonna tie this around. And then maybe to one side so that you can still see the heart. I don't know. What do you think? Okay, so I'm just going to grab my scissors, my ribbon scissors. You like kit blocks? Well, there you go. See? I do have a bit of a collection of them, I have to say. All right, so that is our cute little box. I added a ribbon just because I can. I didn't use all of the stamps. I only used the little triangular flower stamp, which I really like. That's a really cute little stamp. But I'm just going to give it a clean. It is a photopolymer stamp, so you can just clean it with a chamois, or you can clean it on your Stampin' Scrub, however you like. All clean, ready to go. And pop it back. So there you go. There's our 2 projects tonight. Very easy, very simple. I'm going to put it all back in the box. And I'm going to say, here are our projects tonight. What do you think? Do we like them? How do we go? Pretty quick and simple, easy stuff. They would be good for bridal showers. Are you using this one for that, Denise? When is your daughter's wedding? That's coming up. Is that next month? I think it's next month. Thanks, Sally. I appreciate that. Yeah, Love Treats. That's the one. That's what it's called. Well, that is it for me tonight. I'm gonna exit stage left and go and watch some Survivor. We've got our TV broke down last week, which meant we had to buy a new one, which has just arrived yesterday. So we're very behind on our Survivor episode. So I've got to go out to my hubby, who's waiting patiently for me to come out, and so we can catch up. So guess what we're going to be doing this weekend? Catching up on a few things that we want to catch up on. Survivor particularly. And Mandalorian came out this week, which my son is desperate for us to watch. So that'll be the next thing. All right. So I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. I plan to. And then on Sunday night, I will be back. Just a little word. If you haven't already seen the vellum techniques that I did in my craft along I do have something I need to tell you. Craft along last month was vellum techniques, and the tutorials are available for sale. If you missed it, you can purchase them. And if you purchased with me in February, very soon I'm going to be sending out the supply packs for this month's craft along, and I haven't even announced it yet, so I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to be doing window cards this month. We're going to be doing lots of different types of window cards, which I'm very excited because good to know, Ellen. Yes, American Survivor will be next on our hit list because I love all that stuff. And people say, why do you like it? Because I really enjoy watching the social dynamics that go on between people. I think it's really interesting. I really find that fascinating. So that is why. Oh, you're very welcome. Thanks, guys. Go and enjoy your sunset walk, Nicole. Who's 2 and 3 hours behind us. So yeah, you would be able to do that. So this month will be window cards, and I'm going to be doing it on a different day of the week this time. Now, there's a reason why. I have a team retreat happening it's a virtual retreat happening for my girls on the 25th of March, which is when I would normally do my craft along. So instead, my craft along, I didn't want to push it back a week later, and it ended up being in April, especially when I promised that it would be March. So instead, I'm going to do it on Thursday, the 30th of March, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's going to be a day. Don't worry if you can't watch live. You can, of course, watch the replay. So I'll have more information coming out about that. I have a newsletter coming out on Monday for anyone who's on my newsletter list. If you're not on the newsletter list and you would like to be, head over to the blog lhiggins.blogspot.com, and there's a sign up form there right on the top of that page. So I hope that you have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you Sunday night. Bye bye, guys. Bye, Lynn. Bye, Megan. Bye, Deb.